going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
LUS is committed to our customers, from providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service. LUS is there. At LUS, we're always challenging everything we know, every day. We strive to improve efficiency and reliability while focusing on our responsibility to our customers and the community. It's our promise to provide dependable service to our customers every time. Because we don't just work in Lawrence County, we live here too.
Interrupt your regularly scheduled day to bring you breaking news out of Summertown, Tennessee, where a one-of-a-kind property... We were both very blessed to have been raised on farms.
Absolutely. I guess that's what we love about this property.
And then let me show you the 5 favorite things I love most about this home. Welcome to our newest listing. This new listing with this large home on 8 acres knocks it out of the park. Well, hello. Welcome to my newest listing. I'm at 102 Heritage Hills and your dream house on the east side of Pulaski just hit the market.
Gifts and goodies galore await you at Miss Millies in downtown Lawrenceburg. From brands you know and love, like E. Newton Jewelry and Tyler Diva Wash, to unique specialty gifts, you will find it all here. Whether you're looking for the perfect gift for someone you love or shopping for yourself, shopping local is the way to go. We have home goods, women's fashion and accessories, baby items, and lots of seasonal decorations. Our friendly staff will welcome you in, help you find what you need, and even package your gifts for you. Also, we can't forget to tell you about our popular bridal registry. Future brides can come and create their perfect registry with us. So stop by Miss Millie's today. We're located in the northeast corner of the square in downtown Lawrenceburg.
It begins as all great things do, with a flicker, a spark of hope, a seed planted deep, waiting for warmth. A moment when you realize that given the right conditions, everything is possible. Welcome to the place of possible. The University of Tennessee Southern is a family of leaders and scholars united by a single goal: to grow the spark of greatness inside you into a future that transforms your family, your town, and your world. Here you'll spark your passion under the guidance of our nation's brightest minds, who open a window to the world's wonders from close to home. You'll fan the fires of competition on the field, the court, or the course, honing skills you never knew you had to accomplish what you never thought you could. You'll do it all while forging bonds that will last a lifetime, and serving a community that values your talents. Because here, we think the best way to find yourself is to look beyond yourself. There's a future waiting for you. We'll help you build it. Because what defines greatness is a single choice: to not condemn the darkness, but to light a fire.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
Bring your outdoor dreams to life at Loretto Nursery and Landscaping. This one-stop shop can help you get your project done from start to finish. Go see for yourself. They have a wide variety of plants, from tropicals to ferns and trees, plus hanging baskets. What they have to offer goes beyond what looks good. They also supply concrete, mulch, compost, and drainage culverts. Don't forget about their on-lot buildings and chicken coops. You think that's all? You can also stop by to fill up your propane tank. Loretto Nursery and Landscaping has you covered. Stop by 409 South Military Street.
Back to school equals back to big savings at Heritage Automotive in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Score 0% financing on select models and up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 1500 trucks. Over 150 used vehicles, all priced to move and below market value. Need service? Our expert team is ready, and we've got loaner vehicles to keep you moving while we work. Hurry in to Heritage Automotive, where the deals are hot and the savings are huge.
Heritage Automotive. Expect more, experience the difference.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit southerncraftmfg.com.
Mac Brown has been providing photographic services for 55 years. During that time, Mac Brown photographers have photographed children, seniors, weddings, schools, musicians, and commercial businesses. The studio takes great pride in producing quality photographs and services for its many clients. While the studio has adapted as times have changed, their goal of providing excellent photography has remained constant. For more information or to schedule an appointment, visit their website at macbrownphoto.com or give them a call at 931-762-4263. Let the professionals at Mac Brown Photography turn your memories into treasures.
If you're looking for a company that can do it all when it comes to building, look no further than Tennessee Properties. From new home builds to remodels and commercial projects, our contractors work hard to give your space a new life, from planning to finishing touches. Whether it's new interiors or dirt work, they see your big picture without forgetting the small details. In the market for a new home, they partnered with Freeman Development to bring new homes to the Oak Hill subdivision of Lawrenceburg. That's Tennessee Properties, licensed and insured. Call today or visit tennessee.com.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app. available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg has a legacy of being a family-owned and operated company. Since 1927, our business has grown and evolved into today's one-stop source for all your automotive supplies. But in that time, one thing has stayed the same, and that's our commitment to our customers and their needs. At Volco Auto Supply, you'll find everything for your car, truck, or even fleet of vehicles, but with good old-fashioned customer service the way it needs to be. That's Volco Auto Supply, 416 Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg. Visit VolcoAuto.com.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome everybody here to Pulaski, Tennessee, as we are here on the campus of the University of Tennessee Southern here in the Curry Athletic Complex. Hayden Burks joined alongside Graham Burks here for this broadcast as we bring you the Firehawks taking on the visitors from University of Mobile, the Rams that is, as the Rams coming in this game 11-1 overall on the season, 3-1 within the Southern State Athletic Conference, while the Firehawks are 4-2 on the season, and they are 0-2 within the conference. And this is the first game, Graham, for the Firehawks since this past Saturday as they went on the road to Point University as they took on the Skyhawks, where they fell in that one 3-0. So they're looking to get back in the win column after 2 straight losses. But big step here for them, or a big opportunity for them, as I would say, as they take on the Rams of Mobile, a receiving votes team, not ranked, but an RV team that is. So a really good team. Only have one loss, and that was to Life University in Atlanta. So big game here for the Firehawks, Graham.
Yeah, like you said, Mobile is 12-1. Obviously, that 11-1. 11-1. That just shows that they're a really good team, and I believe their chemistry is even stronger than their record. But I think there's always good challenges for the Firehawks. I mean, this is going to be a challenge for them, but I believe the Firehawks can pull through this, and I believe if they do come out with a win, I believe this will be an upset. I really do believe this will be an upset, and this will definitely be a good get-me-up for them, as you can say, for them, and boost their confidence.
Yeah, definitely be a big win for the Firehawks, as you know, trying to get their first conference win as well, losing to Blue Mountain Christian a few weeks ago, and then losing to Point University this past week. So they need to get into the win column when it comes to conference play, but also just get into the win column in general. Starting lineup here for the Firehawks, as it is number 6, Isabella Garza, number 7, Ashley Kraft, number 9, Jolene Malozzi, as I was having a hiccup with that last name. I think I got it down, Pat. I did my homework with that one.
That's it.
Emma-Marie Patterson, Emma Beardsley, and Emma Price will round out the starting lineup for the Firehawks. So once again, big game. Firehawks in their home orange uniforms, and Mobile will be in their away gray uniforms. Big size difference when it comes to the amount of players is Firehawks only got maybe about, what did you say, Graham, about 12 to 15
more than 12. I'm just going to assume 15.
Yeah.
And for Mobile, I'm just probably going to assume more than 20.
Yeah, more than 20.
Everybody in their mama names.
Another good crowd here tonight. a lot of Mobile fans made the travel up here. It's about a good 6.5 hour drive from here to Pulaski, Tennessee.
That's a haul.
Yeah. I was glad I didn't have to ever make that travel. I know several of the teams do make the travel, though, so.
Not as many Firehawk fans here as there was at the last home game, but
I know not a home opener, but there's also a lot of stuff going on around the campus as well. You know, you got women's soccer. They'll be playing, or they're not playing tonight, but they'll be playing tomorrow. Also in men's soccer as well, they'll be taking on Bruton Park. So that will be a big game, as both teams looking to pick up a win in conference play with that one as well. So
the men's soccer and both women's soccer, they've been playing really well.
Yeah, they have been playing really well. As women's soccer did come up with a loss, though, this past week. They're number 16 in the nation now. I do believe I was talking to one of the staff members here earlier within the game, and I believe the men's just jumped into the RV rankings when it comes to this past top 25 coaches ranking. So big game here for both teams. As tomorrow, speaking of volleyball, we're going to switch over to volleyball now. And we're going to have the Martin Methodist tri-match between the Firehawks, the University of Faulkner, and Lindsey Wilson College. So that'll be a good match, as UT Southern will play at 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock. They'll play Faulkner at 1, and then Lindsey Wilson at 5. And then at 3 o'clock here on the Exports Network, it will be the Firehawks, it will be Lindsey Wilson taking on Faulkner. Here we go. Here on the far side, that's going to be a block point. We'll go to the Firehawks on that one. That was a good block. Start things off here on the right note. They take the first point. Malozzi with it. She gets it over the net. They look to set it up here on the forward side. Is that Frazier? Set it up. Here's Garza over to Beardley. She's looking for the kill, and that's down for the kill. Great kill. Firehawks start off 2-0 here after the kill for Beardsley. First kill of the game for either team. Beardsley still leads the team in kills. Malozzi once again. They set it up, trying to get it over, and they will send it back over. There's Beardsley. Malozzi sets it up. Kraft gets it over towards the back corner. They set it up here in the middle. Frazier once again going for the kill, and that one's down. They'll be able to save that one point. We'll go to Mobile for their first point here in this ball game.
That was a great kill, and good effort for that block right there, too.
Kirby and Blaylock coming into the game. Going back to serve will be number 14. That's Blaylock coming in. Here's the serve by Blaylock. She gets it over. There's Beardsley underneath it. Malozzi sets it up back to Beardsley. She's looking to go for the kill once again. Still up in the air. They set it up. It's Kirby. That's sent back, blocked, but it will be out of play. Point will go to Mobile and ties it up 2-2 here.
Once again, another good effort on that block right there by the Firehawks.
Blaylock once again looking to get it over. That just does Malozzi. Here's Kraft. That's actually Patterson. That will go far, and that point will go to Mobile as they are on a 3-0 run.
Firehawks need to stop this run right here.
Here's the serve. Gets it over the net. Sets it up in the middle. Here's Kraft going for the kill. That's blocked back. Still up in the air, though, for the Firehawks. Beardsley, she looks to get it over. Just able to save it. Diving save for Mobile. And they look to send it back. Sets it up. Malozzi here on the far side. Beardsley has to fade away. Can't get a hold of it. And that point will go to Mobile once again.
That was a great dig right there. Try to save that ball right there by Mobile.
Blaylock once again will get it over the net. Beardsley. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Kraft. She looks to get it over towards that back corner. Not able to save it. That point will go to the Firehawks. And it's now 4-3. So good job by the Firehawks stopping that run, as it will be number 23, Norris. Emma Price checking out for her. Coming in will be number 19, Norris. Back to service, Kraft. She will get it over the net. They set it up. Look to tap it back over. Nobody there for the Firehawks, and that point will go to Mobile. Good job there. That kill will go to Emily Osborne.
That was a pretty good play by Mobile. Little miscommunication for the Firehawks right there.
They look to get it over. That was McPherson's. Here's Norris going for the kill. McPherson's with the dig. Sets it up here on the outside. Kirby looks to get it over the net, and nobody there. Point will go to Mobile. Came off wrong for the Firehawks, as that was Malozzi, I believe, that was trying to make the diving save. Yep. McPherson once again. She'll just punch it over the net, just short though. It looked like it came off wrong, but that point will go to the Firehawks, and they needed that one. As it will be Olivia Ward coming into the game. Garza back to serve here. Garza, the senior. She will get it over the net. They set it up here in the middle. That's down for the kill. That was a powerful kill there by number 18, Jeannie Cope.
That was a great kill. The senior.
3-point Mobile lead. Ellis here to serve for the Rams. She'll get it over the net. Here's Garza. They set it up in the middle. Here's Ward. Tipped up in the air for Mobiles. They set it up. Looking to get it over the net. Which they do. Sets it up. Here's Beardsley looking to get it over. Still up in the air as they set it up. Here's Ward once again. Excuse me. That's actually Norris. Malozzi. Beardsley. She'll just try to get over the net. Still up in the air. High up in the air, that is. As they look to get it over, as that was Hampton. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Beardsley going for another kill. Able to find a hole. And that point will go to the Firehawks. Another kill for Beardsley, as that will be her second. Speaking of Beardsley, she'll go back to serve here. She'll get it over the net. Towards that back line, sets it up. Here's Kirby going for the kill. Garza, and we're going to have point for Mobiles. I believe they called Malozzi in the net there.
That's right, yep. Substitutions.
Kirby out. Coming in for her will be number 20.
Carly Keller.
Carly Keller, that is. Back to serve. She'll get it over the net. Garza Malozzi sets up Beardsley. She'll get it over, and that's still up in the air. Won't be able to be sent back. Beardsley with power on that one.
That was good effort to try to save that.
Another great kill by Beardsley. That's her third. So 8-6 here. Good game so far between the two.
Got Simmons coming in for Keller for Mobile.
Norris out, Price in for the Firehawks. Here's Price now. She'll get it over the net. They set it up. Looking to get it over. That's Hampton just short. And that point will go to the Firehawks. And just like that, it's a 1-point Rams lead.
It's been a pretty good set so far.
Has been. Both teams been going back and forth. That was an attack error by Emma Hampton. Here's Price looking to get it over. She will get it over the net. Sets it up in the middle. Here comes the Rams. That one's blocked back. Nobody able to save at that point. Will go to the Rams though, as it was just out of play. So it was blocked back by the Firehawks.
That was a powerful kill right there.
It was. It was a good kill attempt there. Excuse me, it was a kill. You're right, Graham. It was Peyton Brazier with the kill.
Gabby Gordon.
It's Hampton. Excuse me, that was going. That's down for a kill. That was Kraft with her first kill of the game. It's now 9-8. Back and forth these two teams go here.
She's second in kills on the Firehawks, ain't she?
I believe she still is. I know Beardsley, she's up there, and I'm probably sure she still is number one. Last time I checked, she still was.
They're definitely top two up there.
Those are the leaders. There's Ward looking to get it over net. She does do so. Looking to get over. That's Kraft. Nobody able to set it there. As that was number 10, Peyton Frazier with the kill there for the Rams. As it is now 10-8. Both these teams trading points here. Is number 19, McPherson.
And 22, Sophia Doris.
We're having a little bit of a scores table issue here. Trying to get things situated. Got to make sure everything is where it needs to be.
Pretty good set so far, like I said.
Yeah. Both teams just been trading points these past few plays here. Looks like everything's under control. Emma McPherson back to serve here for the Rams. She will get it over the net. That one will sail long point. We'll go to the Firehawks on that one. Now it's 10-9.
A little softer on that serve right there.
Yeah. Take a little bit of grease off of it, and it might bend just on that back line. Here's Malozzi. She looks to get it over the net. McPherson sets it up. Looks to tip it back over and won't be able to do so. It looked like Patterson got a hand on it, but just out of the reach of the Firehawks, not able to send it back.
It was a good tip by Osborne.
Emily Osborne with the kill.
Got Maxie coming in and
Blaylock back to serve once again. Here's the serve. Looking to get it over. Still up in the air. Look to get over. That's Patterson able to save it. Here comes the Rams looking to get over. Still tipped up in the air. Beardsley with the save. Kraft, she'll just send it over there with the right hand. Sets it up. McPherson block back. Still up in the air here for the Rams, though. They set it up, trying to get it back over. That is Patterson. Here on the far side, Kirby just tips it over. Nobody able to get there. Point will go to Mobile.
That was miscommunication on the Firehawks side. Malozzi and I believe Kraft got a little confused.
I think they were just out of place there. I don't think it was any miscommunication. I just believe just kind of misplacement there and misjudged it maybe. Blaylock looks to get it over the net as they set it up. Malozzi, and that was just out of reach there. That one might have been a little miscommunication there as it's now opened up to a 4-point Rams lead. Blaylock back to serve once again. She'll get it over the net. There's Price. Malozzi sets it up here on the far side. That's Kraft with the right hand. McPherson looking to get it over. Tipped up, blocked. It was tipped off to Kraft there. Point will go to Mobile once again.
Blaylock again serving. She's been there for quite a while.
And she's been camping back there. She gets it over the net once again. Price. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Beardsley in the middle. She looks to just tip it over. It's still up in the air, though, for Mobile. Great play. There's Garza. Sets it up. They'll give it to Beardsley once again. She has to fade it over, and that one will just be out of play. Point will go to Mobile. And you wonder if we're going to have a timeout coming up.
That was a great save on Mobile right there.
First-year head coach for the Firehawks, Maka Ruiz. And they get it over the net. That's the Rams. Losey sets it up. Here's Patterson going for the kill. That's down for the kill. Point will go to the Firehawks. And a much-needed point there for UT Southern.
Great kill by the freshman, Amir Patterson.
Price will check out. Norris will go in for the Firehawks. Kraft back to serve here. She will look to get over the net, which she does. McPherson sets it up. Kirby going for kill. That's blocked back. It will be out of play, though. Point will go to the Rams. Nothing you can do on that one.
That kill has some power, too.
Yeah.
You heard it.
Both of these teams. As they look to get it over, that was Drennan. Here's Beardsley. That's blocked back. Still up in the air, though, for the Firehawks. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Kraft looking for the kill. That's dug out. Dendon, excuse me, that is. Still up in the air here. Norris looks to get it over the net. She does so. Mobile underneath it, though. Here's Kirby. She'll just have to try to get over. Just short into the net. Point will go to the Firehawks at that one. And it's now a 5-point Rams lead.
I think that came off a little
odd
weird.
There. Drennan was number 15 for Mobile. I knew I messed that name up. Speaking of Drennan, she has it right there. Looking down for the kill. There was nothing you can do about that one. That was Jenna Cope once again. Or Jenny Cope, excuse me.
That ball was going down really fast.
Yeah, I'm about to say there was nothing you can do about that one.
Substitutions.
It was don't do anything with it or eat it.
Oh, yeah.
Hannah Ellis back to serve for Mobile. She looks good over that. Still up in the air. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Ward going for the kill. Tipped up still in the air for the Rams, though. They set it up. Look to get over. That's Hampton. off of the railing up top, and that point will go to Mobile and opens the lead back up to 7.
That ball is traveling so fast whenever Mobile, any of them really, try to make a kill on it.
And it's just real fluent, too. Just their play and their communication with each other. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Beardsley looking to go for the kill, and that one just out of play. Good attack there from Beardsley, though. It's now 19-11. We're going to have a timeout called by the Firehawks as they trail 19-11. We'll be back here shortly here on the X Sports Network.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
It begins as all great things do, with the flicker, a spark of hope, a moment when you realize that given the right conditions, everything is possible. Here, we think the best way to find yourself is to look beyond yourself, because what defines greatness is a single choice: to not condemn the darkness, but to light a fire.
And back here on the X Sports Network as we are back here after the first timeout called by the Firehawks as they trail Mobile 19-11. Ellis back to serve heel. She'll look to get it over the net. She does so. Malozzi sets it up. Comes off a little weird. Beardsley has to adjust. Still up in the air, though, for the Rams. Here's Kirby. She's looking to go for the kill. Gets it over the net. Still up in the air. Garza. Kraft. Here's Norris. She'll just send it over the right hand. That one's off of number 15, Drennan. That point will go to the Firehawks. Now 19-12.
Great effort trying to save that.
Here's Emma Beardsley. She gets it over the net. Sets it up here in the middle. Kirby going for the kill. That's dug out of play, though. And it's good dig, just not able to do anything with it. That point will go back to Mobile. It's now 20-12 as Mobile is now on the back stretch here in this first set.
That kill ratio by both teams.
Yeah, I know you were talking about it. That's now 16 kills.
It's really one-sided.
Yeah, 16 kills for Mobile compared to UT Southern 7. So pretty one-sided right now. That tells the story. Keller back to serve. She will get it over the net. Malozzi. Here's Norris looking to get it over the right hand. That's blocked back, and it will be out of play. Point will go to the Firehawks, though. So big point there for UT Southern.
Much needed point.
Yes. Simpson will come into the game for Keller.
Simmons for Mobile. Going in for Keller.
Price back to serve for the Firehawks. They trail by 7 here in this first set. Here's the serve. Looking to get it over the net. Drennan looking to get it over. They're able to set it up. Malozzi. Here's Beardsley going for the kill. Still up in the air, though, for Mobile after the dig. Here on the outside for the Rams. Price underneath it. Looking to get it over. That's Kraft with the right hand. Still up in the air. That will be blocked out of bounds off of Mobile. Point will go to the Firehawks. It's now down to 6.
That was great. That's good effort for the block.
Price to serve once again. Set it up here in the middle. Looking to get it back. That's blocked back. Point will go to Mobile, though. Blocked out of bounds as that was Frazier with the kill. Back to serve number 7. That is Gabby Gordon, the senior. 21-14, 7-point Rams lead. She'll get it over the right hand. Beardsley Here's Ward looking to send it over. She will do so for her first kill of the game. It's now 21-15. Speaking of Ward, she will go back to serve here. Patterson comes into the game for Garza.
Drennan and I didn't see who else came into the game from Mobile.
Ward looked to get it over. She will do so. They set it up. Here's Cope going for the kill. Excuse me, that was actually Hampton. Still up in the air. Patterson looking to get it over. And that one's just out of play. And that point will go to the Rams. If there was a little bit more white lining there, that point definitely would have been for the Firehawks.
Got Doris and
McPherson back to serve.
Doris and Simmons coming in from Mobile.
She'll look to get it over. That one's short off the right side. That point will go to UT Southern. That one looked like it just came off awkward.
Either odd or not enough power to it.
It didn't look right coming off at all. With that being said, it's 22-16. Here come the Firehawks. Back over to UT Southern. They set it up here on the outside. Here comes Beardsley. Just tips it back over. Block back over. Still up in the air off the net. Tipping the net. Garza, she'll just send it back over. Sets it up here in the middle on the far side. That's blocked back. That point will go to Mobile. As that was Frazier with the kill. And the Rams are now 2 points away from taking this first set.
Mobile does sub a lot, I've been noticing.
Yeah. They at least go 2 to 3 bodies each time.
Keeping them fresh.
Yeah, keeping them fresh. That was play lock out of play. Point will go to the Firehawks. Another service error. So far, UT Southern has 0 service errors compared to Mobile's 4. So
Norris came in for Price for the Firehawks.
Actually, Kraft back to serve. She will get it over the net. Up in the air here as they set up McPherson. Here's Kirby. That's blocked back. That point over the Firehawks. A good block there. And point needed for UT Southern. It's now 23-18. Kraft once again just floats it over the net. McPherson, nobody able to save it. Point will go off the net. Excuse me, the ball will go off the net. Point will go to the Firehawks. Now 23-19.
Now, would you call that miscommunications or out of position?
I
don't know what happened there.
I think it was just the ball came off wrong. Let's just go with that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Firehawks looking to go on a little bit of a run here as they trail by 4 to Mobile here in this first set. Here's the serve, looking to get it over the net. McPherson looking to get it over, able to do so. That was Wilson with the kill attempt. Beardsley just tips over the net. Dridden sets it up, looking to get it over. And that was out of play. And they're going to say it was off of the Firehawks. I don't think anybody was near where they were.
That looked pretty close.
I mean, it looked like it was definitely out of play, but they're saying it was off of the Firehawks. But I didn't see anybody that was, as they're going to have the officials come talk about this. I don't think anybody was in the realm of where the ball was out of play. All 4 officials are coming together to talk about this one. Big spot here in this game, though, because if the point counts for the Firehawks, it's now a 3-point lead.
The hitting percentage for both teams are going over stats real quick.
They're calling Beardsley over. I don't think they're going to overturn this. I think points going to go back to Mobile.
Like I said, I don't know what happened there. Our angle.
I think, points going to go to the Rams here. I believe they said it was Garza or whoever was closest to it just nicked the part of her palm or forearm. So with that, it's set point here for Mobile. Drennan, and that's down for the ace, and that one will end the first set as the Rams take that set 25-19. As we'll be back here shortly here on the X Sports Network.
Let me tell you about a place that has it all for your home, bedroom, kitchen, lawn, and more. It's a home-owned and home-operated business that's been around for over 70 years, so you know they're doing something right. At Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, you'll find top name brands for every room of your house and top brands for the outside too. Looking for appliances, televisions, couches, safes, bedding, mowers, and well, the list goes on. So make the drive today to 824 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg and be treated right.
Some things just never go out of style, like craftsmanship you can trust. Since 1902, H.B. Brink & Company has been building more than homes, they've built trust. Locally owned and operated in Lawrence County, Tennessee for over a century, spanning 3 generations, extending their craft to surrounding counties, providing lumber, millwork, tools, and materials that stand the test of time. From custom homes to weekend DIY projects, if you need it, they've got it. Stop by 134 Depot Street in Lawrenceburg or give them a call today.
It begins as all great things do, with a flicker, a spark of hope, a seed planted deep, waiting for warmth. A moment when you realize that given the right conditions, everything is possible. Welcome to the place of possible. The University of Tennessee Southern is a family of leaders and scholars united by a single goal: to grow the spark of greatness inside you into a future that transforms your family, your town, and your world. Here you'll spark your passion under the guidance of our nation's brightest minds, who open a window to the world's wonders from close to home. You'll fan the fires of competition on the field, the court, or the course, honing skills you never knew you had to accomplish what you never thought you could. You'll do it all while forging bonds that will last a lifetime and serving a community that values your talents. Because here, we think the best way to find yourself is to look beyond yourself. There's a future waiting for you. We'll help you build it. Because what defines greatness is a single choice: to not condemn the darkness, but to light a fire.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network, as we are back here for the start of the second set between your UT Southern Firehawks as they take on the University of Mobile Rams. As the Rams won the first set 25-19, I believe was the final score, wasn't it, Graham?
Yep.
As looking at the stats here, it's pretty obvious the difference between the two here.
Kills is making the difference.
Yeah, the kills are making the difference between this one.
Ratio 19-10 favoring Mobile.
Mobile will start off here on the right side of your screen. They set it up. Here's Patterson looking to get it over, and at that point we'll go to the Firehawks.
She slipped right there, even though she slipped. Pretty good.
I didn't even see her slip there, and I think they're going to check to make sure there's no
wet spot.
Yeah, wet spot on the floor. And she said she just slipped or something. Pelosi back to serve. She looks to get it over net. Great ace, or she's not an ace, but great serve there. Look to get it over net. That is Frazier. At that point, we'll go to nobody knows.
Oh, she didn't make the call.
I don't think she was paying attention.
She was not paying attention.
As with that point, we'll go to I couldn't really see from my vantage point if it was out of play. I know it was blocked back, but hey, won't go to the Firehawks, so that's good. McPherson, and looking to block it back. That was Frazier going for the kill. Here on the other side, that one's down. At that point, we'll go to Mobile.
Now that one was out of bounds, but good effort for the block. Great kill also.
Now 2-1. Blaylock back to serve once again. She's been doing most of the damage here for Mobile. back there serving. As she will once again get it over the net. Garza underneath that one. Kraft will get it over the net. Still up in the air. McPherson, they send it back, and that's hit back down by Patterson. At that point will go the Firehawks. They're leading 3-1 here in this second set. Norris will come in for Price.
Kraft back to serve.
She'll get it over the net here. McPherson sets it up. Here's Kirby going for the kill. Block back once again. Big defense here from the Firehawks.
Was that 2 straight blocks, I believe?
I believe so. 2-0 Firehawk run here. Kraft once again gets it over. Drennan, they tip it back, still up in the air. That point goes to Firehawks.
Man,
that was
three straight blocks.
I don't know if that was a block. Maybe that was just a tip back.
Yeah. I think it hit the forearm. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell who got a hold of it there. So I'm having to operate the camera and run all this, so kind of focusing on one thing, just calling it as it is. Here's Kraft once again going back to serve, and that one will sell out of play towards the Mobile bench. That point will go to the Rams.
A little too hard.
Here's Drennan back to serve. She'll get it over the net. Kraft, Malozzi, Beardsley has to adjust, able to do so. McPherson sets it up. Here's Cope. That's down for the kill.
Oh, she was on the net.
They're going to call that point
for the Firehawks.
Yep, for the Firehawks on that one. So, scratch that off. Now 6-2 in favor for UT Southern. Garza here to serve. She'll get it over the net. Allen sails nearly the same place as Kraft did earlier. That point will go to the Rams.
Got substitutions for Mobile. Number 3 coming in, number 4 coming in.
That is Hampton and Ellis for Mobile. Ellis going back to serve here. As Ellis will just get it over the net. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Ward looking to tip it over. Won't be able to do so. Point will go to Mobile on that one.
I believe she missed that one.
Just misjudged it there. Ellis going back to serve once again. It's Beardsley, Kraft, Garza, Norris, Malozzi, and Ward for the Firehawks on the floor right now. Here's the serve. Gets it over the net. Excuse me, it's actually just short. I thought it was over the net. But point will go to the Firehawks after that one. Another service error that's now 5 here for the Rams in this ball game compared to UT Southern's 2. Beardsley looking to get it over the net. She will do so. High up in the air. There's Ellis. Kirby looking to get it over the net. Malozzi here on the far side. Norris looks to just punch it over. Sets it up. Here's Hampton. Kraft. Malozzi. Here's Ward looking to go for kill. Block back. Point will go to the Rams on that one.
Great block right there.
Yeah.
Substitutions for Mobile, 20 and number 10.
That was a kill attempt there for Ward. Excuse me, attack error, excuse me, on that one.
I think Frazier came in for Mobile.
Keller back to serve for the Rams. And just short of that, point go to the Firehawks. Opens the lead back up to 3.
Simmons coming in for Mobile.
Simmons checking in. Price will go back to serve here, coming in for Norris for the Firehawks. Here's Price. She'll just float it over the net. Ellis looking to go for the kill. That's Hampton still up in the air, though, here for the Firehawks. Beardsley looking to go for the kill for herself. Drennan up in the air, able to save it. That was Beardsley, and it would have been out of play. That point will go to the Rams, and
that was a good effort.
Yeah, it was a good effort, but it looked like it was going to go out of play. And the Rams will get the point. Now 8-6. Gordon back to serve. Malozzi sets it up far side. Kraft going for the kill, just up and over the net. There's Ward, Malozzi, and she finds a hole in the defense. Great placement. That point will go to the Firehawks.
Man, see that? She just tipped it over there real fast.
I say, saw a hole in the defense.
Great read.
Placed the ball where it needed to be, and that point will go to the Firehawks. Ward now back to serve. She will get it over the net. Drennan. And that's tipped back by Kraft. And they look to get it over. Kraft once again. Malozzi fought at the net. Still up in the air though. They look to get it over. That was Frazier. Malozzi sets it up. Kraft. Still up in the air. That's Patterson. That's down. And that point will go to the Firehawks. A lot of back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Ward. She'll get it over the net. Ellis sets it up. Here on the far side, Hampton just tips it over, finds the hole in the defense, and that point will go to the Rams. And leads back down to 3 here for the Firehawks. Excuse me, for the Rams, that is.
McPherson and Doris coming in from Mobile.
McPherson with the serve. She'll get it over the net. Beardsley, Malozzi sets it up. That was Patterson getting it over the net for the Firehawks. That's Frazier. That point will go to Mobile off the kill attempt. Excuse me, the kill that is by Frazier. And it's now a 2-point Firehawk lead. Went out of play off of Beardsley. Send it back over. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Kraft going for the kill. And that point will go to Mobile on that one.
That looked, I'm not going to argue with the official, but that looked in.
They're going to call it an attack error. They look to tip it over, that'll be out of play, and just like that, we're tied up here in a short amount of time. Less than a minute, it's now tied up at 10 here. Firehawks got to get something going if they want to get this set. Beardsley. Here, Patterson not able to get it over the net. Or she was just able to get over the net. Looked kind of off there.
Mobile trying to block that right there and just went just straight down.
Yeah. Just so quick and so hard at my vantage point to be able to see it. It's difficult a lot of times. Drennan. Frazier, she'll just send it back over. They set it up. Here in the middle. That's down for kill. Kraft with it.
That was an outstanding kill.
That was a mean kill from Kraft. Firehawks get the ball back. 12-10. Malozzi. She'll get it over the net. McPherson sets it up. Frazier. Still up in the air here, though, for Mobile. Looking to get it over. Here come the Firehawks. Gets it back. Blocked back by Patterson. Drennan. Sets it up, Patterson. That's going to be a point for Mobile. That was Patterson looking for the kill. Wasn't able to get it, and that point will go to the Rams. It's now a 1-point Firehawk lead here.
Maxie coming in from Mobile. And I believe number 14 came from Mobile.
Blaylock once again. So Firehawks going to have to be on their tippy toes here for this one. Here's the serve, and that's short of net. So Firehawks need to look to capitalize on that mistake there as they open the lead back up to 2 here in this second set. It's Kraft back to serve. Both teams still have 2 timeouts. Kraft looking to get it over. She will do so. McPherson looking to go for the kill. Still up in the air though for the Firehawks. Garza. Here's Norris. She lets get it. Now be tipped off of Mobile. That point will go to the Firehawks. Norris with the kill there.
It's been a great set. Great set.
Kraft will get it over the net. Sets it up. Kirby. Here's Garza. Looking to get over there will be out of play. Point will go to the Rams. That was Norris with the attack error.
That Coke coming in for the Rams.
They look to get over there. Will do so. Norris underneath it. Here's McPherson. They send it back over. That was Doris, and that point will go to Mobile.
I don't know what happened there. Was she on the net, or what happened there?
I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention to that. I was just trying to keep up with who had it. These teams are going back and forth so quick, it's hard to keep up with it.
She was either on the net or right under the net on the opposing team side. I don't know how that works. Anyways,
14-13 in favor for the Firehawks. Drennan now. Losey sets it up. That was Patterson sent back over here for the Firehawks. Here's Beardsley. She's looking to go for it this time. Up in the air, McPherson. Doris. There's the Firehawks. Garza. Norris looking to punch it over. She will do so. Cope. Malozzi, Garza underneath it. Beardsley looking for the kill with the left hand. Up in the air, though, here for the Rams. There's Kirby. Finds a hole in the back corner. It will be out of play, though. Point will go to the Firehawks.
Got Ward coming in for the Firehawks for Patterson.
Ward in. Garza back to serve here. She will get it over the net. Puts it up. Here's Doris still up in the air. That point will go to the Firehawks. Another kill here from Ward. They kept playing it. They will call 4 hits on Mobile. Now opens it up to 3. Here's Garza once again. Kirby underneath it. McPherson. Doris, she looks to just tap it over the net, and that point will go. I think she went over the line there. That point will go to the Firehawks once again. Now 17-13. We're going to have a timeout here by Mobile, as we'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
Welcome to Employee Resources Credit Union, where you're more than just a number, you're family. We provide financial solutions that rise above those of traditional banks. With roots stretching back to 1964, we've served 4 generations during constant industry changes. We're known for our low fees and incredible rates. Join us and experience the credit union difference. ERCU, not for profit, for service.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Builtwell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Builtwell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Builtwell Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated...
And back here on the X Sports Network as we are back here after the first time out taking by Mobile in this first set and in the game. That's Garza with the serve. Kirby, that's blocked back by Beardsley. Here on the other side, Doris, she looks to get it over. Garza with the diving save, sets it up. Here's Beardsley with the left hand. Still up in the air, a little miscommunication. Drennan, Kirby with the right hand, gets it over. Losey sets it up. Norris, boy, that was a close one there for the Firehawks. Sets it up. Kirby, miscommunication, mistimed it. I don't know if she slipped or what happened there, but that point will go to the Firehawks. Woo!
That stress level just went high.
That's Garza going back to serve once again. They lead by 5. They still have both timeouts here. She'll get it over the net. Diving save here. Here's Kirby. Short of the net. Point will go to the Firehawks once again. 19-13 is your score. Here's the serve. That's just out of play, just on that back corner. That point will go to the Rams. It's now 19-14. Hampton will check in for Mobile. Ellis back to serve. Here's Ellis. Gets it over the net. Garza. Malozzi. Beardsley looking for the kill. That will be blocked off of Mobile. Point will go to the Firehawks, and now they're on the back stretch for the first time in this ball game. Now 20-14. Here's Beardsley. She looks to get it over the net. Just does. That's down. Or excuse me.
Great save.
Yeah, that was a great save. I thought
great save.
As they look to find a hole in the defense, they set it up. Here's Hampton going for the kill. Still up. Hangs on the net. Ellis sends it back. Garza sets it up. Far side. Norris with the left hand. Kirby underneath that one. Here comes Kirby once again with the right hand. That's Kraft with the dig. That one will go out of play. And that point will go to Mobile. Nothing you can do with that one. Nope.
That was a great save by Mobile, though, right there.
Yes, I mean, that was unbelievable. I was about to count it for a point. Woo! 20-15. Keller will go back to serve here. She will get it over the net. Garza. Moses sets it up. Here's Ward. Looks to tip it over. Drennan. Here's Ellis. Hampton looking to go for the kill. Taps it back over. And Garza won't able to get to that one. Now 20-16.
That was a great effort trying to save that right there. A wet spot right there.
Yeah, wet spot for Garza. Going for the diving save there.
Keller back to serve.
Now 20-16. She'll send it over the net. Garza. They set it up. Norris going with the right hand. Sent back over the Firehawks. Garza has to save it. He Beardsley send it back over. That's down for the point. And the kill by Beardsley. She was just trying to send something over to get it in play, but instead that's a point for the Firehawks.
That was Lord.
I'm about to say, nobody was expecting that one. The only thing we expected was just to send it back over to Mobile.
Yep.
Here's Bryce back to serve. Back over the net. Kraft, Drennan off of Mobile. And here come the Firehawks. It's now 22-16.
Rams got to clean up their flaws right now.
Total attacks 64 from Mobile, 66 here for the Firehawks. So stats are kind of evening themselves out here in this second set compared to this first set. And Price not able to get to that one. Great placement by Mobile. It's 22-17. Gordon will check in. She'll go back to serve for the Rams. If you're just tuning in, Mobile won the first set over UT Southern, 25-19. They served it over the net. Here's Kraft going for the kill. Down for the kill. Another powerful kill.
Can't do nothing. Can't do nothing.
Student section loving that one. Now 23-17. UT Southern 2 points away from taking this second set and tying it up one set apiece. Here's Ward. She'll get it over the net. Ellis trying to save it, able to do so. Hampton, she'll just send it back over. Here's Beardsley. She looks to go for the kill. Still up in the air here for the Rams, though. Here's Hampton once again. Tip back. Point will go to the Firehawks. That was Kraft with it. And she's come alive here in this second set. And it's now set point here for the Firehawks.
She's been the player of the set.
Here's Ward. They look to get it over. That could have been real bad right there.
Yep.
They set it up. That point is Patterson, and that one will end the second set. Firehawks win that one 25-17. As coming up next will be the third set. That will be here on the Exports Network.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Built-Well Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Built-Well Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Built-Well banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Built-Well Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
Comprehensive care with a compassionate touch. That will always be the guarantee at Encompass Healthcare in Etheridge, Tennessee. Whether you're looking for primary or urgent care, x-ray services, or weight loss treatments, the team at Encompass is equipped to serve your needs today. The doors are open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5 and from 8 to noon on Fridays. Make an appointment with providers Kendra Brown, Tori Cox, or Ellie Brown today. That's Encompass Healthcare, located on Highway 43 North in Etheridge, next door to Chapman Tire.
It begins as all great things do, with the flicker, a spark of hope, a moment when you realize that given the right conditions, everything is possible. Here, we think the best way to find yourself is to look beyond yourself, because what defines greatness is a single choice: to not condemn the darkness, but to light a fire.
At Murray Regional Health, you'll find the expertise and technology available in larger cities, paired with the personalized and compassionate care you deserve. As the largest health system between Nashville and Huntsville, we have a medical staff of more than 200 physicians across an array of specialties, ranging from primary care to robotic surgery. They lead skilled teams of nurses and other clinical experts that diagnose and treat conditions with advanced technology. Murray Regional Health, where clinical excellence meets compassionate care.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network as we're back here for the start of the third set here in Pulaski, Tennessee, as the Firehawks won the second set 25-17 as they tied up one apiece here in this Southern State Athletic Conference game here. Firehawks looking at their first conference win of the season. They're 0-2 within the conference with the loss to Blue Mountain. They lost that one 3-1, and travel to Point University as they lost that one 0-3. So, and a really good team, Graham, that they play in Mobile as a RV team, 11-1, 3-1 within conference play. So if they able to pick up this win, it's a huge win. Here we go, third set underway. They set it up. Up in the air still here for Mobile. Looking to get it back over. That was Osborne. Here's Beardsley looking to go for the kill. Still up in the air. Somebody trying to save it. Still up in the air. That's Frazier. They set it up. Here's Kraft going for the kill. That's out of play near our broadcast area. That point will go to the Firehawks.
Whew. I'm glad that didn't come any further. Props to...
Yeah, I probably had to...
take a dodge.
Equipment, yeah. Hey, save it or leave it, is like they say.
Got a little score table issue.
Yep.
Got Kate Shields, our PA, and the scores keeper as well. This has been a great game. What do you think, Hayden?
Yeah, it's been a really good game between these two teams. Looks like action's back underway. We still got volleyball tomorrow. We got 3 games tomorrow, so we're going to be busy.
Exciting.
Losey back to serve. She will do so. McPherson sets it up here in the middle. That's Doris, and that point will go to the Rams. Their first point, and that was Doris with the kill. Doris not able to do anything with that one.
Great kill. Got substitutions.
Mizik to serve. Her first appearance in the game. There's Patterson. Beardsley looking for the kill, tipped up in the air, trying to save it.
That's a great save.
And Kirby able to get it back over. Good job there by the Rams. Set it up, Beardsley once again, and not able to return that one. That's another kill for Beardsley. Now 2-1.
Got Baylock coming in for the Rams. We got Kraft serving.
That is Kraft serving. And she'll get over net with the right hand. Able to Patterson, and that's tipped back. Good serve there from Kraft. It's now 3-1.
I think she slipped a little bit right there.
Kraft once again, she'll get it over the net. McPherson. And that was out of play off of the Firehawks, as that was number 12, Osborne, with the kill.
Got Cope coming in for the Rams. Osborne checking out.
Drennan here to serve. She'll get it over. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Patterson looking for the kill. Still up in the air here for the Rams, though. Kirby, she'll look to get it over. Tip back. Still up in the air for Garza. Malozzi sets it up. Patterson misjudged it. Norris able to send it back over there. Good job with the Firehawks able to adjust. Patterson. Here's Kirby once again. That was down for the kill. Nobody able to do anything with that one.
That ball was going
100 miles an hour.
Yeah, maybe a little more.
3-3 here, tied up. Drennan once again. They set it up. Beardsley with the left hand. That's dug out. Drennan underneath it. And there's Doris. Garza trying to save it. She'll do so. Norris sends it back. Drennan. Looking to get it over. There's Kirby. That's down for another kill. Kirby with another one. That point will go to Mobile, and they take the lead 4-3. Here's the serve. Garza, Malozzi, and that was just out of position. That point will go to the Firehawks, and that one was just a tough play. Nothing they could do there with that one.
Yeah. Need to get that cleaned up real quick.
Yeah. I don't know if it looked like it was going over, and they had to adjust and just didn't work out. I'll go back to serve once again. Garza underneath that one. They set it up. Here's Beardsley on the far side. Able to just get it over. Point will go to the Firehawks. Another kill for Emma Beardsley.
Great recovery there. I think that's Ward coming in for Patterson.
That is correct. Ward for Patterson. Garza back to serve here. 1 point Rams lead. Here's the serve. Gets it over the net. McPherson, Kirby here going for the kill, and that one's out of play this time. That point will go to the Firehawks. And I know I was on the far side, but then again, it was coming once again 100 miles per hour, but that was just out of play.
One thing about Mobile, they can hit it hard.
Both these teams are proving that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Garza. And that one's just out of play. And now,
that was in
play. I couldn't tell from our broadcast position. I was just going off the reaction by everybody. But with that, Firehawks retake the lead 6-5.
That was just barely in. That was scraping the surface.
I saw the reaction from Mobile, and then I saw the reaction from the Firehawks. They set it up. Cope. Here's Malozzi. Ward looks to get it over, and that point will go to Mobile.
Great block. Substitutions for Mobile. Number 3, Hampton, and number 4, Ellis.
Attack error by Ward. Ellis back to serve, tied up. Here's the serve. Garza. Malozzi. Here's Beardsley on the far side going for the kill, and that's dug out. They set it up here. Here's Hampton going for the kill. And that's sent back over here to the Rams. Ellis has Cope sent back, still up in the air. Ward trying to find a hole in the defense. Set it up here on the far side. Kirby, that's down for another kill. Kirby's come alive here in this third set.
Once again, those saves by Mobile, well, really both teams are very impressive.
Here's Ellis once again, just over the net. Man, that was close. Norris looks to get it over. She will do so. And set it up. Hampton. Still up in the air here for the Firehawks. They have to do something with it. Here's Kraft just short of the net. Boy, she came out of nowhere. That would have been a mean kill attempt. But with that, Mobile takes a 2-point lead off the attack error.
I think that's Ellis back to serve.
That's the 10th attack error for UTS. Compared to Mobile's 15th, excuse me. There's Ward. That one's down. That was in the back corner. Nobody was back there, and good placement there from Ward.
Once again, scratching the surface, excuse me.
Just put it where nobody is. It's now a 1-point Rams lead. Beardsley back to serve. Drennan diving save there. Here's Hampton. She's looking to go for the kill. That's dug out. Losey here's Beardsley having to readjust and
came off a little.
Yeah, just came off wrong. She had to readjust there at the last second.
Yeah. Substitutions for Mobile.
I used to call it that when I was a kid. So.
Yeah.
Mobile natives, we do apologize, or at least I've done it correctly here today, so I've been doing my practice.
I've been mistaken twice right now.
Here's Keller. They set it up. And finds another spot in the defense. Once again, that's the second time she's done that today.
That's a great read. Got substitution from Mobile. Simmons coming in.
You say it 3 times fast.
Yeah.
Bryce back to serve. She will get it over the net here. They set it up here in the middle. That's Copen. Nobody able to do anything with that. Hang on a second. They could have done something with it, it looked like.
She lost her stance, I believe, right there.
Gordon will go back to serve here for the Rams. She will send it over the net. Beardsley trying to save it. That's Malosian. That was just a great serve there from Gordon. That's a service ace. That's the second. Both teams have 2 service aces here. They open the lead up to 4. Excuse me, the 3 that is. Here's Kraft going for the kill. Not anymore. It's now down to a 2-point lead.
Patterson coming in for Garza. And then Mobile just sub twice.
Tell you what, Kraft has really come alive here in these last 2 sets. That was Ward back to serve. Here's Ellis, block back, still up in the air here for the Rams though. Frazier, tip once again. Hampton, she'll try for a 3rd time. Still up in the air, back to the Rams. Grin, Ellis trying to find a hole in the defense. That was tipped off of Patterson. Point will go to Mobile. It's up right there for the Firehawks. Yep. It's 9-12. They set it up. Here's Kraft. Up in the air as they look to get it over the net. Here's Beardsley. She'll send it over. Up in the air. That was Frazier. Garza underneath it. They set it up. Finds another hole in the defense. Not able to save it. 3rd time.
Was that her 3rd time doing that?
3rd time doing it today. 12-10.
Once again, another great set. Of course, both these teams have their flaws and stuff to clean up, but that's every team.
Yeah, early in the season, too. Still early. I mean, and again, Mobile's played 12 games compared to UT Southern only playing 6, too. Here comes the serve. They get it over the net. Sets it up here in the middle, far side. Frazier, and able to just float it. Still up in the air, though. Able to get a hand underneath it. I didn't see that.
Oh, goodness.
At that point, we go to the Firehawks. I thought not the set, but the play there was over. And they're asking about that one. Here comes the officials once again to talk about it. I don't know how she got a hand underneath that one.
Patterson saying she got it with her palm. So, man, if this call stands,
they're going to give it away.
Yep. Okay.
So it's now 13-10. I don't know. I thought it was down 2. I can't lie.
That ball was traveling so fast. You hear the reaction from the Firehawks crowd.
Not pleased about that overturn call. But still a 3-point game here. They look to get it over. Set it up. Here's Patterson. They won't be able to do anything with that one. That point will go to the Firehawks, 13-11.
That was great recovery. Another
scoreboard issue. I think they're just making sure everybody's where they need to be.
Early substitutions. Mobile really substituting that fast. Kind of confusing the scores table. Which is understandable.
Looks like got everything ready to go here. Kraft back to serve. And actually going to have a substitution. Before we do that, Norris will come in for Price. She will serve it over the net here. Here's McPherson and Kraft. And that's down for the kill. I don't know if Kraft just came off her footing wrong there, but with that point, we'll go to the Firehawks, though. Excuse me, the Rams, that is.
I think there was a slick spot right there.
Yeah. Garza was trying to save it. They're going to clean that up there.
Not much of a difference between the kills for both teams.
It's pretty even between the two. 34-30 in favor of Mobile.
The hitting percentage is really,
it's on
even.
point. Yeah.
But both these teams really been playing outstanding ball. And what is going on here?
I'm not sure what head coach for Mobile and one of the officials are calling here.
Thanks, substitution, possibly.
Substitution issue, some sort. I'm not really sure.
I don't think number 15 is supposed to be serving. I'm trying to make out what's going on.
I think just huddling up.
Okay,
here.
I think everything's sorted out.
I think they got everything sorted out. All right. UT Southern was in a huddle there, and they were like, oh, we got to break this up real quick. Drennan here to serve. She'll get it over the net. Garza. Losey, here's Norris. She looks to get it back, and that's tipped up. Still in the air, though. That's off of Norris, though. Can't save it. Point will go to Mobile.
That was great effort.
Yeah, good effort there. Comes the serve, able to get it over. Losey sets it up, and Patterson just a little too far ahead on that one. Sets it up here for the Rams. Garza. Here's Beardsley with the left hand. Still up in the air here for the Rams. Sets it up. Able to get it over the net. That was Cope. Norris. That's blocked back, and Garza trying to do something with it. Won't be able to. Point will go to the Rams. Now 16-11.
Drennan been camping back there.
And able to just float it over the net. Boy, it looked like it was going to be short. Here's Patterson able to just dump it over. Kirby having to readjust. That's down for the kill. Another point. The Rams starting to come alive here, and we're going to have a timeout here by the Firehawks as they trail 17-11. We'll be back here shortly here on X Sports Network.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
Here at Fields & Brown Barbershop, legacy means a lot. We're trying to fill big shoes left by my 2 uncles and my grandfather, where every haircut came with conversation and every customer left a little taller than when they walked in. The barbershop is about pride. It's about knowing your barber knows your name and your story. Come see us at Fields & Brown Barbershop, where tradition never goes out of style. 3 generations, 1 legacy, your barbershop.
And back here on the X Sports Network as we're back here after the timeout taken by the Firehawks. They trail by 6 here in this third set. Here's the serve. Guards underneath it. Pelosi sets it up. Beardsley looking to go for the kill. That's dug out. Grinning. Here comes Kirby on the far side. Just tips it over. Guards underneath it. Sets it up. Here's Norris going for a kill. And that will be tipped off to the Rams. Point will go to the Firehawks. Kill by Norris. That was off of Cope, I believe. Guards will go back to serve for UT Southern. Here comes the serve. Set it up. Kirby. And that will be tipped up still in the air. Somebody trying to save it, and Garza not able to do so. It was a good effort, though.
That was great effort.
It looked like the play was just going to be over with after the attempt there from Beardsley, but able to keep it up in the air. It's 18-12.
We got Ellis checking in for Mobile.
I think we got multiple wet spots on the floor here. And looks like everything's all ready to go. Ellis here to serve. They'll get it over the net. Kraft. Losey sets it up. Here's Ward. He'll just tip it over. Grinning. Kirby. She'll get it over. Garza underneath it. Still up in the air here for Firehawks. Kraft. She'll send it over. Grinning. Ellis sets it up. Here's Hampton going for the kill. That point will go to the Firehawks off that one.
That went straight to her foot.
Beardsley back to serve. She'll get it over the net. Kirby. Here's Ellis. Here's Cope. Trying to find a hole in the defense. Sets it up. Here's Beardsley. She'll look to go for the kill. Still up in the air here for the Rams. Here's Hampton once again. There's Kraft. Sets it up. Norris looking to go for the kill. That's down for the kill. Another point for the Firehawks. Cuts the lead down to 4.
Firehawks regaining some momentum here.
Here's Beardsley once again. Ellis. Hampton in the middle. Still up in the air, Garza. Here's Norris going for the kill. Drennan. Ellis. Far side over to Kirby. That's still up in the air. Back over here to the Rams. Hampton once again. Beardsley. Malozzi trying to do something with it. Kraft. She'll just send it back over. Ellis. Back to Cope. That's down for the kill towards the back corner. Nothing the Firehawks could do there. It's now 19-14.
Substitutions for Mobile.
Kaler will go back to serve.
Is that Frazier coming in for Mobile?
Yes. Here's the serve. Losey here. Beardsley going for the kill. He gets it over the net. Far side. Frazier just tips it over the net. Sets it up, back over to Norris. She looks good over, still up in the air. That's into the crowd point. We'll go to the Firehawks once again. Now 19-15. Price will come in for the Firehawks. She will go back to serve. She'll get it over the net. Ellis. Cope having to adjust. Still up in the air. That's off of the Rams. That point will go to the Firehawks. That was Ward with the kill. Now down to a 3-point Rams lead. Mobile still has 2 of their timeouts. Firehawks have already used 1 in this third set. Here's the serve, just over the net, still up in the air, trying to make a play on it. That's a service ace. That point will go to the Firehawks, and it's now down to 2.
Really can't do nothing about that.
No, that was just a great serve. Now the third, both teams with 3. Price once again. That one will sail long. Point will go to Mobile. They have now hit the back stretch. Gordon will go back to serve here. There's the serve. Up in the air. Here's Ward looking to go for the kill. Ellis. Frazier. Guards underneath that one. They set it up for Kraft. Heading towards the near side. Ward. Back to Kraft once again. She'll look to get over the net. And Gordon won't be able to save it. Point will go to the Firehawks.
Great effort trying to save that right there.
2-point game once again.
Another
scores table. I think they're just trying to check the rotations here. Looks like they got everything figured out. Ward back to serve. She will get it over the net. They set it up. Here's Frazier going for the kill. That's down for the kill. That's another one for her. It's now 21-18. She's got 7 total kills in this one. Let's get it over. And able to do so. That was off the Firehawks. That point will go to the Rams once again. I do want to apologize. I looked at the roster completely wrong. As it's number 0. That's Kirby. Number 1. That's Maxie. So do apologize for that. I was looking at the total number of kills there. So
killed by Osborne.
They set it up. Here's Kraft. That's tipped back. That's actually Patterson still up in the air. Firehawks not able to do anything with it. It's now 23-18. That opened it up to a 5-point lead, and the Firehawks will have to burn their second and final timeout here in this third set. We'll take it with them here on the Exports Network.
The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today.
And back here on the Exports Network as we are back after the second and final timeout by the Firehawks here in this third set. They trail 23-18. McPherson, she will send it over the net here for Mobile, sets it up. Here's Kraft going for the kill. They set it up. That was Frazier. Kraft once again for the Firehawks, tip back, and That was in. Beardsley not able to get to that one. It's now it's 24 to 18. Rams are 1 point away from taking this third set and taking 2-1 lead here in this match. McPherson back once again. She looks to get it over the net. Beardsley, Malozzi, Patterson. Up in the air, McPherson once again. Looking to get it, and that point will go off the Firehawks, and that one will end the third set. Mobile takes that one 25 to 18 as they lead 2-1. They look to close it out here in this fourth set, and that will be coming up next here on the Exports Network.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
It begins as all great things do, with a flicker, a spark of hope, a seed planted deep, waiting for warmth. A moment when you realize that given the right conditions, everything is possible. Welcome to the place of possible. The University of Tennessee Southern is a family of leaders and scholars united by a single goal: to grow the spark of greatness inside you into a future that transforms your family, your town, and your world. Here you'll spark your passion under the guidance of our nation's brightest minds, who open a window to the world's wonders from close to home. You'll fan the fires of competition on the field, the court, or the course, honing skills you never knew you had to accomplish what you never thought you could. You'll do it all while forging bonds that will last a lifetime, and serving a community that values your talents. Because here, we think the best way to find yourself is to look beyond yourself. There's a future waiting for you. We'll help you build it. Because what defines greatness is a single choice: to not condemn the darkness, but to light a fire.
Good Works at Home, formerly known as the Summit at Home, is a licensed non-skilled agency dedicated to helping you maintain your independence at home for as long as possible. Our compassionate and caring staff provide support in various areas, including dressing, bathing, personal hygiene, transportation, cleaning, and companionship. Please call our office about services, payment options, and long-term care policies at 931-762-2310. We look forward to assisting you with keeping your independence longer.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Back here on the X Sports Network as Mobile won the third set, as they now lead 2-1 over the Firehawks as they look to close it out here 3-1. But the Firehawks need to win this one, this one and the next one to come out victorious and get their first conference win. So not impossible, but they're going to have to dig deep here if they want to come away with the win here in the CAC. We'll start things off here in this fourth set. McPherson back to serve. She looks to get it over the net. They set it up. Patterson, a little awkward there. They look to get it over. There's Doris. That's blocked back by Kraft. They set it up. There's Beardsley. There's a little miscommunication between the two, and that point will go to Mobile. Graham, I don't know if I'm mistaken, but I believe that's the first time in this game that Mobile has got the first point in any set.
Yeah?
Because I think
that's
the Firehawks
got
the first point in the first three sets. McPherson once again. Malozzi, here's Patterson. She'll send it over. There is Frazier, and that's down. Garza not able to do anything with that one. It's now 2-0. Firehawks got to get something going here. We got another wet spot here on the floor. Still a lot of action here in the CAC. Not tonight, but tomorrow we're going to have 3 matches, as it will be the Firehawks taking on Faulkner. Faulkner taking on Lindsey Wilson, and then our final match of the night will be the Firehawks taking on Lindsey Wilson later on. So don't want to miss that one for the Martin Methodist try match. That's down for another kill, and that was Frazier with the kill there. It's now 3-0.
I gotta get that cleaned up real fast.
Off to a rough start here in this 4th set. Hawks need to dig deep here if they want to win this game. Here's the serve. Beardsley. Here's guards to the far side. Kraft going for the kill. That was mean coming off. That is a kill there for Kraft once again. It's now 3-1.
Regain some composure here.
Malozzi back to serve. She'll get it over the net. McPherson sets it up. That was Osborne. Still up in the air here for the Rams. They set it up once again. They'll try again. Drennan, she'll just send it over to the Firehawks. Set it up. Beardsley looking for the kill. That's blocked back. That point will go to the Firehawks, though. It was out of play. Now 3-2.
All right, Firehawks regaining some momentum right here.
Here's the serve. And just short of the net. Point will go to the Rams on that one. 4-2.
Came off a little weird, don't you think?
Yeah, look a little odd. That was number 9. Mesick, she'll go back to serve and also coming in the game. It's not Kirby. That was what I was calling her the whole game, and that was my apology. I was reading the roster wrong. It's actually Maxey. Here's the serve. They set it up. Here's Patterson going for the kill. Set it up. Here's Maxey. That's blocked back. Nobody able to get a hold of it. Point will go to the Firehawks on that one.
That was a great block by Beardsley.
Kraft back to serve. She'll look to get it over the net. She will do so. Sets it up. Doris, that's off of Beardsley. Out of play. Point will go to Mobile. Another kill. Drennan back to serve. It's 5-3. There's the serve. She'll get it over the net. Set it up here. Malozzi able to track it down. Norris looking to go for the kill. Tipped up in the air. Still here for the Rams. Maxey. She'll just send it over and finds a hole in the defense. And Firehawks a little off their game. It's now 6-3 for Mobile.
They get that cleaned up real quick.
Graham, did I say 6-3 or 6-4? I think I said 6-3.
I have no idea.
I could be completely wrong. Just kind of talking out thin air, I guess. Still up in the air here for the Rams. They set it up. Here's Beardsley looking to go for the kill, able to find a hole in the defense. And that point will go to the Firehawks. We've seen that quite a bit where they're able to get a hand underneath it, and both teams just kind of freeze.
She definitely saved it.
6-4. McPherson looking to get it over. That's Doris. And that'll be out of play. That was Malozzi trying to do something with it. That'll be a point for Mobile.
Ellis and who's going back to serve?
Hampton also coming in. Ellis back to serve. Here comes the serve. Just over the net. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Beardsley. Tip back up in the air, and they'll be able to make a play on it. And lack of communication is just killing the Firehawks here, Graham.
Yeah. I get that.
8-4.
Gotta get that cleaned up real fast.
Now, at this part of the game, you're in the fourth set. It's all or nothing here in the rest of this match. Garza. Pelosi sets it up. Here's Beardsley with the left hand. That one will sail out of play. Point will go to the Rams once again.
A little too much juice on that. Another slick spot.
Yeah, another wet spot on the floor.
Is that 7 wet spots maybe?
Well, we've had several here today. Again, the Firehawks will be back in action at 1 o'clock and at 5 o'clock here tomorrow as they take on Faulkner, a conference rival. And also another rival that is not conference play is Lindsey Wilson. Firehawks used to be in the Mid-South Conference. They switched back over to the Southern States in 2024. They look to get it over, set it up, and that pass play. Nobody will do anything with that one. Point will go to the Firehawks.
I almost got the Fisher up there on the stand. Another wet spot.
Every player just might as well have a towel. Yep. On them. That way they can wipe up the wet spots. Action back underway. Here's Beardsley. He'll look to get it over. And trying to save it. They're able to do so. Maxey, she'll send it over with the right hand. Garza. They set it up. Kraft over the net. Drennan sets it up far side. Hampton looking for the kill. Finds a hole in the defense. Back left corner. Point will go to the Rams. The Rams really, Graham, they're just taking advantage of what the Firehawk give them here in this fourth set.
Yep.
It's not that they're out. It's not that they're better in this fourth set. It's just they're outplaying them. Keller. They set it up. Finds a hole in the defense. Good save there. Nobody going to be able to get that one. Nope. Yes. There we go. Good effort there. Point will go to the Firehawks. And cuts the lead down to 4. Price will go back to serve. And the Firehawks need to cut into this lead and try to take the lead here in this fourth set.
Need to regain momentum.
Exactly. Regain momentum. Do it one play at a time. Serve from Price. She'll get it over the net. Ellis sets it up far side. That's Cope. That point will go to the Rams. Cope with another kill.
That was a powerful kill too.
Gordon will go back to serve here for Mobile. 11-6. Here's the serve. Just over the net. Boy, that was close. Kraft here on the far side has to adjust, fades away from it. As they look to get it over. Hampton able to do so. And towards the back right corner, that point will go to the Rams once again. Firehawks trail by 6.
Both these teams are playing real hard. I will say that.
Gordon once again. Here's the serve. Able to get it over the net. Bars underneath it. Able to find something. Kraft, she'll just send it back over to the Rams. Sets it up here. Hampton once again. And that one is up top towards the basketball team.
Get it, Dudley.
And that point will go to the Rams. Shout out to my guy, Tyler Dudley. And with that, that'll be the first time out here by the Firehawks here in this one. As we'll take a short break here on the Exports Network.
Make your property rock and roll with services from G&S Excavating, specializing in white sand, compost, mulch, topsoil, landscape gravel, and steel landscape edging. Turn to the pros who know how to make your project shine with years of experience. The best part is they're locally owned and operated. Choose from a vast selection of mulch and rock from their conveniently located facility at number 3 Valley Road in Lawrenceburg, just off Buffalo Road. Phone 931-279-3841 and get started today.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network as we're back after the timeout taken by the Firehawks. They trail 13-6 here in this fourth set. They have to win this set and the next one to take this match, as Mobile has to win this one or the next one to take it as well. It's all or nothing for the Firehawks here as they're looking to get it over. Able to do so, sets it up. As that was Frazier having to readjust there. They're trying to save it. Beardsley won't able to do so. Won't able to do so. I had a lot of words in my mind that I had to get off.
The ball is
able to be do so. That's a new word I just came up with.
Yep. Real good grammar.
Now 14-6. They set it up. Kraft. That's down for the kill.
And that was on the ground.
That point will go to the Firehawks. And I know my English teachers will not be proud of me.
Nope.
Here at this university for making that hiccup.
Nope.
14-7, Ward back to score, or back to serve, Lord. It's just been a long day. They set it up, looking to get it over. As that was Osborne. That point will go to the Rams, though.
Double tap.
I believe it went out of play.
It was double tap.
They call it a double? Okay.
Yep. Need to regain composure right here. The Firehawks.
15-7, McPherson. They set it up. Here's Kraft on the far side, going for the kill. Drennan underneath it. McPherson. They set it up. There's Frazier, still up in the air. Rams all out of sorts. They look to do it. Up in the air, nobody able to get to it. That point will go to the Firehawks.
That was a great effort.
Yeah, the Rams just looked like they were all out of sorts. It looked like we got a player shaking up here for Mobile. Not sure what happened.
She landed on her shoulder blade a little wrong.
I mean, she's got it. She's laughing about it, so I don't know. Maybe she landed on her funny bone or something.
She's been all over the place for the Rams, though.
She really has. Malozzi back to serve. He'll get it over. Excuse me, just short of that point will go to the Rams. Now 16-8. Maxie will check in. Messick back to serve. There's the serve. Just over the net. That was a floater. Here's Beardsley looking to do something with it. That one sails long. Point will go to the Rams once again. It's now 17-8. 9-point Rams lead. You got to make something happen if you're a Firehawk here. And get it over the net. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Kraft. That's blocked back, and that'll be off the Firehawks. Point will go to the Rams once again. Opens up to 10.
Like I said earlier, Mobile's is outplaying the Firehawks right now.
So I really wouldn't say they are outplaying them. I just think they're taking advantage of the opportunities that the Firehawks are giving them here in this fourth set. Here on the far side, Doris. They set it up. Beardsley looking to do something with it. Blocked back, and that's down. Nobody there. That point will go to Firehawks. Firehawks, they do.
She was either on the net. I don't know. Anyways, much needed point for Firehawks.
Just leaked back down to 9. Kraft will go back to serve. She'll get it over the net. Sets it up. Here's Doris. Garza. Set it up. Here's Kraft going for the kill. That's down for the kill. Point will go to the Firehawks. They're on a 2-0 run here.
Great kill by Kraft.
Kraft with another one. She leads the team in kills. It's her 12th of the game. Beardsley with 10 and Patterson with 7. Here's a serve from Kraft. McPherson, Maxey. They faked me out there. That was actually Doris. Set it up. Garza. Norris has to fall away. That one will sell long. Point will go to the Rams. It's now open back up to 9. Here's the serve, just over the net. Set it up, Beardsley looking for the kill, and that's down. Point will go to the Firehawks. It's blocked.
Maxey.
That was Maxey with it. Attack error there by Beardsley. Now the Rams are on the back stretch, 20-10. They're 5 points away from taking this set and the match. Drennan sets it up out of play. Point will go to the Rams once again.
Firehawks, ace. Is that an ace?
Yes, that is an ace. They lead 4-3 when it comes to aces here in this game. Mobile, that is. And that's out of play, making another ace. Now 22-10. Firehawks going to have to dig deep here. They're down by 12 here in this fourth set. Here's the serve, just over. Losey, here's Beardsley looking for the kill once again. That's down for the kill. That's off Drennan. And that point will go to the Firehawks. Much needed point. They trail by 11.
Firehawks need to dig deep, like you said here. Try to make a comeback.
Here's the serve. Just over the net. Sits it up. Here's Cope going for the kill. Still up in the air. Maxey fight for it at the net. That point will go to the Rams. 23-11. Hampton in, Ellis in. Ellis will go back to serve here. Ellis with the serve. Gets it over net. Garza. Losey sets it up. Here's Beardsley looking to go for the kill. Finds a hole in the defense. Point will go to the Firehawks. Speaking of Beardsley, she will go back to serve. She will look to get over the net. That's short. Point will go to the Rams. It's now set and match point here for Mobile. Here's the serve. Up in the air, set it up. Here's Ward. That one sails long, and that point will go to Mobile, and that one will end the game. Or excuse me. They called it for the Firehawks. Did you see what happened there, Graham? It looked like it sailed long from my point of view.
It looked out of bounds. But I think somebody on Mobile tried to tip it.
Anyways, scratch that off. It's 24-13. And that one's out of play. Another service ace here for the Firehawks. Make it 24-14. Price once again. Back to serve. Drennan. They look to get over Hampton. That point will go to the Rams, and that one will end the game. Rams take this game 25-14 over the Firehawks as they improve to 12-1 on the season, 4-1 within conference play. The Firehawks will fall to 4-3 overall, 0-3 within the conference play. As they look at stat leaders here for both teams, as it is Kraft with 12 total kills, followed by Beardsley with 12 as well, and Patterson with 7. Taking a look at the assist here is Maloza with 26, Garza with 9, and Kraft with 2. And then with Diggs, it's Kraft with 19, Garza with 9, and Maloza with 9. So, Graham, tough loss here for the Firehawks as they drop another one. They are lost now 3 in a row here. But then again, they do have an opportunity to win 2 more tomorrow as they are in a tri-match. They host a tri-match between Faulkner University. That game will be at 1 o'clock. Then Faulkner University and Lindsey Wilson will play at 3 o'clock. And then the Firehawks will close out the night at 5 o'clock taking on Lindsey Wilson. So that will be here in Pulaski, Tennessee on the campus of the University of Tennessee Southern here at the Curry Athletic Complex. So for Graham Burks and Hayden Burks, we are signing off here on the Egg Sports Network. We will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.